What's up, guys? So if you would, click that like button down below and subscribe if you like the video. Today we're going to start with a pot. We're going to fill it with water and we're going to boil some soil. No, really, we're going to boil some soil, and I'm going to show you how to seed start bell peppers. You got your soil ready. This is nice and wet. Now it's wet because we took some water, we boiled it, and we dumped it over our seed starting mix. You can get it at Walmart, usually a Jiffy brand. I'm not endorsing Jiffy right now. I'm just saying that's the best option. Probably the only seed starting mix you'll find at Walmart is the Jiffy. So we pour it over our seed starting mix, and that's to get any pathogens out or prevent any mold growth that will kill our plants. And so when we boil this water, we're pretty much sanitizing this soil here, this starter soil. You get it all loose. You can grab your pot. Now this one's about 2-3 inches deep, 2 by 2 across, and you can get these at Walmart, any hardware store, outdoor store like Lowe's. And then you want a tray that's going to self-water these. You're going to put your soil in here, your seeds, and then you'll put them in there with a grow light over that. And we'll show you that later. But what you want to do is you want to take a spoon, mix up your soil, and just gradually fill it up about 3/4 of the way. Don't pat it down so it's about 3/4 of the way full. And then you'll take your seeds. Today we're doing bell peppers. Take your seeds, I do about 2 or 3, and just drop them in there. Okay, we got 3 right there, then fill the rest of the way up. And just have it real loose. Have your seed starting mix really loose. That way the light can get through, and they're in a very warm environment, and they just got a little bit of light, okay? Now after you get that done, you'll fill up this tray, full of your seed starts, and we'll show you the next step. Alright, so we got our mix and our seeds into the pots. Now we're going to put the pots in the tray, and I'll show you the setup. Alright, so you got your premix and your seeds in your pots. You put that in your tray, and then you want to label what you planted. So over here we got the Carnival Blend, Orange Sun, and California Wonder bell peppers. You want to make sure you label those so you know what you're growing. So after that, you want to make sure you have your grow light set up. I have some supplemental light back here because this tray was a little bit too wide to get under the light. You want to make sure your light is about 2-3 inches from the surface. That will make your seeds germinate the fastest, and it'll prevent your plants from getting leggy. They reach for the sun, they reach for the light, and you don't want them too far away or they'll become leggy, ugly looking plants. So you want to make sure they're 2-3 inches from the top of your soil. So after you got all your lighting set up, you want to make sure you put a thermometer in here. This was like $5 at Walmart. And you want to make sure it's between 60, no lower than 60, but between 60 and 80 degrees in whatever room you're growing in. After you get all that set up, your temperatures and your grow lights, you want to make sure you have a water source. I usually just fill up a little bottle like this, put it to the side. It reminds me to water your plants. And about every 2-3 days, you want to check, and this soil will become lighter. Right now you can see it's kind of dark because it's wet. and it's good for now. But once it does need watering, you'll just lift up one of these pots and you'll fill it up with water, and it'll self-water itself through that tray. The roots will absorb it. Now when it comes to your grow light, there's a specific rating you need. You need at least 2,000 lumens and 6,000 kelvins. You want to make sure of that, because if you don't, you're going to get either too strong or too weak of a grow light. But that's a perfect blend. It looks like sunlight. You don't need this specific one, but this is a cheap one at Walmart for like $15. This was $10. So all together, this setup is probably about $50 for the soil, labels, your tray, your thermometer here, and your lighting. It's all about $50. Of course, water is pretty cheap. But after you get all that set up, you want to wait 7 to 10 days and have the light on there for 18 hours at least a day. After you go about 10 days, go ahead and check these, and they should be germinated. If not, check your climate, check your temperatures, check your water. But at least 14 days it should take, and these should start coming up out of the soil, and they'll be germinated. And after that, I'll show you the process of acclimating them to the sun outside so they can use their photosynthesis skills. And really, it's just a waiting game after that. So you want to start these. I'm starting them in March, and here in Arkansas, between March 1st and the last week of March, the frost is usually over with. We'll have a frost between now and then it'll be over with. By then, I'll start acclimating them to the outside. Wherever you live at, you need to check your zones, and they have them on the back of the packets. But you'll have your setup just like this, 18 hours a day for 7 to 14 days. And you're germinating these indoors in a 60 to 75 degree environment, and make sure that they stay moist, and you should be good.